the heavyweight division for the championship of the world. Unprecedented reign now includes the title of World Grand Prix champion. Here comes Rico Verhoeven. Here now is his opponent fighting out of the white corner. This legendary Glory unbeaten streak dates back 13 years, over 1,000 days. As a professional, 65 wins with 10 losses, 21 big wins by knockout. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, 1.96 meters, and he weighed in at 265 pounds, 120.3 kilos. Fighting tonight is the reigning and defending heavyweight of the Netherlands. He is a champion of the world, the king of kickboxing, Rico Verhoeven.
Talented and terrific inside the ring. Rural farmland on the edge of Shipinski. Amidst the dearest of hills comes the intelligent.
And the first bout in the last 8 features the world champion from Ukraine.
The most skilled and sensational of amateurs, cruiserweight undisputed king, now heavyweight champion, undefeated, pound for pound standout. And what support he has given and he's got from his beloved Ukraine, President Zelensky, to return to the ring, and here he is.
And now making his entrance to the ring, from Ukraine, champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
Protect yourself at all times. Any questions? No questions. Does love you want?
Heavyweight championship, 5 rounds, happening anywhere else. Is the beat. There's a right hand. It's
Jab the body overhand right.
who's back on the ropes. And he caught him straight with a right again. Tim just can't get out of first. Rico, he was supposed to up the output.
You will kick with it as long as you can.
And he hit him while he was down. Rico's
You see what I mean?
Body shot was really protecting that.
championship boxer as well, but he said
Pounds. The best word is
at him.
I mean, Rico's first.
But of the smaller man.
About himself here.
Doing the right thing. Usyk, he's targeting.
His years of kicking things.
We'll say if I can say.
Maul needs to be careful for Rico's overhand right.
He doesn't look when he gets punches, you know?
Yo, chipping away. Rico just seems to be one step ahead.
Far he's been stuck in the mud. Not.
Yeah, he's setting up that.
Usyk is the breathing becoming slightly
The left kick switch. Just controlling the fight.
performance again. Quick 1-2. Button. Such a good boxer. I mean, that was quick. Textbook.
When he front kicks you.
One of the biggest fights in combat sports history is happening at the pyramids in Egypt on May 23rd. Oleksandr Usyk, the most dominant boxer on the planet right now, versus Rico Verhoeven, the greatest kickboxer who ever lived, now stepping into a boxing ring. And Rico is not coming in quietly. He has been talking about finding Usyk's weaknesses and knocking him out. But here is what makes this genuinely interesting: he actually believes it.
Why I think I'll beat you is because I'm bringing something different to the table that you haven't seen before. You've seen everything there is in the sport of boxing. And I know you're a champion, you have a champion mindset, and you've been watching all my videos and dissecting everything, and your team has been doing that, and you've been getting sparring partners and as much information as possible. But still, I'll bring something to the table that you haven't seen before. That's gonna be the difference, the biggest difference. And that's going to be the reason why I'm going to beat you.
Rico trained specifically for this moment for 6 full months. He brought in Peter Fury, one of the most respected boxing coaches alive, and he has been saying the same thing on repeat. He is bringing something completely new, something Usyk has never seen and will not be ready for. And when Rico kept doubling down on that belief, said something that made people raise their eyebrows, and then said something else that made even more people stop and pay attention. It became clear this was not just pre-fight noise. This was genuine, unshakable belief in his own ability.
Well, when I land my best punch on him, of course he will go down. Because it's like a 20-kilo weight difference. He's like a build-up cruiserweight. So, and I'm like a naturally born heavyweight. So that's a big difference. So that's what's gonna happen if I land my best shot clean. And if not, yeah, we're just gonna win.
So when Rico went public saying he would knock Usyk down with his best shot, what did Usyk say at the press conference? 2 sentences, that was it. No anger, no long speech, no theatrics. Just 2 calm, quiet sentences. Because that is exactly how Usyk operates. He respects his opponents. He just does not believe any of them can beat him. And with his track record, it is very hard to argue with that.
So, and I'm like knock his head off. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm, like you said, I'm like 55 pounds heavier. So as soon as I hit him, it's gonna be something different.
You're gonna knock his head off?
Of course.
I think he's only been knocked down once. He's never been knocked, and that was a low blow. He's never been knocked down. You're gonna have to go some, Rico.
Oh, what an opportunity I have here. I'm gonna shock the world in front of the pyramids in this crazy scene. It's like, oh my God, I love it. I love it. That's why I'm so excited.
I mean,
a bad predictor. We'll see.
He's bringing something
Tyson
new,
Fury, 6'9", over 280 pounds, knocked out twice. Anthony Joshua beaten twice. Daniel Dubois stopped in 5 rounds. Usyk has been dismantling every single heavyweight put in front of him. He is not just the best boxer in the world right now. He is one of the most complete fighters the sport has ever produced. When asked about Rico being dangerous, his entire response was, "It's a fight, he's a dangerous guy." That is it, that is the whole answer.
It's a fighter, it's a dangerous guy.
very.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but for me, it's not easy walk.
And yet, behind that calm exterior, Usyk is doing something that tells you everything. He completely changed his sparring camp for this fight. He brought in different styles of fighters specifically to simulate what Rico might bring from a kickboxing background. He studied Rico's kickboxing matches to understand the angles and the tendencies. So while Usyk looks completely relaxed on the surface, he is quietly doing the work of a man who knows something unpredictable is coming. And that is exactly where this fight gets really interesting.
Stop. This guy outthought and outfought Anthony Joshua, a guy who's bigger and stronger and possibly even quicker than him. And each time he adapts and adjusts, no matter what is put in front of Oleksandr Usyk, he figures it out and he finds a way. I've never seen a fighter in the history of the sport who is able to adapt on fight night the way he does.
He's got A, B, C, D, E, F game plan, hasn't he?
Maybe Sugar Ray Leonard, maybe Sugar Ray Robinson are the only two I've seen who are able to adapt and adjust on the job. And it's not adapting and adjusting on the job against
a boxer who has beaten everyone placed in front of him. A kickboxer who has dominated his sport for over a decade and genuinely believes he can pull off the biggest upset in combat sports history. At the pyramids in Egypt on May 23rd, who walks away? Drop your prediction in the comments right now. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications.